What's up, guys? It's I Hate Cars, and today we're going to be changing the oil on this second generation 2007 Nissan Xterra. And I'm going to be proving to you that you can change your oil for way cheaper than taking it to Jiffy Lube or Take 5 or anywhere else. Let's jump into it. First, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood. It's right down here. You got that little emblem right there. It's right underneath. Just grab, pull that, it'll pop your hood. Next, we'll just run around right here. And your hood latch, reach right where this Nissan emblem is, and you're gonna see it right up in there. It's this little guy. Go ahead and push that to the side and pull up, and your hood's popped. There's the 4.0 V6, and right to your right side is your hood prop. Go ahead and pop that up into that spot right there. Now that our hood is up with the hood prop, let's go ahead and take this oil fill cap off. Just twist this off and set it to the side. So what we're going to need is a 14mm wrench or socket, a oil filter wrench, oil filter, and oil. This vehicle takes 5W30 and it's 5.5 quarts. This is only a 5-quart jug, so make sure you have another quart so you can use half of it. You're also going to need an oil drain pan. Okay, back to the front of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and grab our oil drain pan, slide it under the front. You do not need to jack the vehicle up to do this. Go ahead and look down here. And right there is your oil drain plug. Go ahead and grab your 14mm, put it on there, and loosen that drain plug. Make sure you slide your pan up under it and let her rip, tater chip. Let that fully drain out, and then we'll put that plug back in. Now that our oil is drained, let's go ahead and put that drain plug back in, and we're going to tighten it up. You don't need to use all your power to tighten it, but you want to make sure it's secure. I don't know the torque spec off the top of my head. I usually just go with the German spec, which is good and tight.
I don't mind dad jokes.
And that should be good. Now you can take a rag or some brake clean, give it a couple sprays, wipe it off, and we're done with that. Now let's go ahead and move this drain pan up to the filter. Your filter is going to be right here at the front of the engine. Now, some of you may have a metal skid plate down here. On this vehicle, it's actually missing, but this is a 2-wheel drive model. It doesn't go off-road, so I haven't worried about it. But you will have a metal skid plate here from factory. It's usually, I believe, 4 bolts, 10mm bolts. Take it off, and you'll see your filter right here. So sometimes you can do this by hand, but this is when you just grab your oil filter wrench and go ahead and loosen this, and we'll take this filter off. Your oil is going to flow down here right into your drain pan. All right, grab your wrench, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So we're going to turn to the left, counterclockwise, get it spinning. Now you can do it by hand. And there we go. When you take that filter off, more oil is going to come out. Just make sure you have your drain pan ready. Now what you're going to do when you have this off is inspect that oil filter. Right here you have a oil filter gasket. Make sure that that gasket is still on here and not up on the block of the motor. If you still have the gasket on there, throw your new filter on, you'll have 2 gaskets. It's called double gasketing, and you're going to have a major oil leak. So make sure that gasket is still here, and then we will visually inspect and make sure that there's no gasket stuck to the motor. So right there is where your oil filter goes, and you can see there's no gasket there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that clean, and then we'll put our new filter on. Before we put this oil filter on, I'm going to take a little bit of oil, rub it around on this seal. That'll help it go on better. And then we can pre-fill this filter a little bit. Some people pre-fill, some people don't. It's up to you. I'm going to put a little bit in there. Since it's on an angle, I don't want it really spilling out. So I'll just put a little bit in there and we'll put the filter on. Old filter is off. Mating surface is clean. New filter is ready to go on. Go ahead and put it on here. Righty-tighty. Clockwise. Spin it on there. You do this by hand. Do not use an oil filter wrench or any other tool to tighten this. And you just want to get it on there hand tight. That should be good right there. We can go ahead and grab a rag, some brake clean if you want. Spray this off. Kind of get some of that residual oil out of the way. All right, slide your old oil to the side. Throw your old oil filter in the back in the box, and we'll throw that in the trash. We'll come back to this oil in a second. Now go ahead and grab your favorite funnel, and let's dump the oil in there. Like I said before, this vehicle takes 5.5 quarts. This is a 5-quart jug, so we'll go ahead and pour the whole thing in. I went ahead and put the other 1/2 quart in this bottle. We'll pour that in, and that should be good. We have our oil in. We'll go ahead and grab our oil cap and put it where it goes. Oil cap's on. We're going to go ahead and start the vehicle, and then we'll shut it off, and we'll come back and check our oil with that dipstick. So let's run over here, jump in the car, and what we're going to do is we're going to start the vehicle, let it run for about 10 seconds, and what you want to do is look right there. That's your oil pressure. You want to see that go up to right about the middle. So let's go ahead and crank it. There's our oil pressure. We're good. Let's just let it run for a second, cycle it through. And that should be fine. All right, now that the vehicle's off, we're back here on the driver's side. Here's your oil fill cap. Here is your dipstick. Go ahead and pull that. We're gonna wipe that off, put it back in the tube, and pull it out again and read our reading. So we'll put it back down in there. Let it sit for a second, pull it back out, and there we go. We are good to go. Now you could top that off a little bit more to where it's at that dot. This vehicle takes 5.5. I used to work for Nissan. Their dipsticks aren't super accurate, so you could top it off a little bit more, but the vehicle does take 5.5 quarts. Now that we've ran the vehicle, it's always a good habit to go ahead and just look up under here, make sure you don't have any oil leaking anywhere. Everything's tight and you're good to go. That can save you if you forgot to do something. Now that we know our levels are good, this is a good time to go ahead and check over your vehicle. Check your brake fluid, make sure you have all your fluids. You got your power steering fluid, you're gonna check that with the vehicle running. Coolant, check that with the vehicle off and cold. Go ahead and top off your washer fluid, and it's a good time to go ahead and pop this filter out and make sure your engine air filter is good. This is also a great time to go ahead and check your tire pressures. If you have access to an air compressor at home, and your tire pressures are gonna be right here, 35 PSI. Now that our oil change is done, you can go ahead and put a oil change sticker in the window. Go ahead and write your date, put your mileage. You can get these online for super cheap, or you can get them for free at AutoZone. So put your mileage. Usually it's 3,000 miles, so just take whatever your mileage is now, add 3,000 to it. If you're using full synthetic, you can add 5 and stick that up in your window. All right, guys, congratulations. You just changed the oil on your Nissan Xterra, but you have a bunch of oil left over. Let me tell you what to do with that. Do not go pour it in your yard. Go ahead and take your old oil jug that you just had, pour your oil into that, take it to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, whoever, and they will recycle it for free. You could also have a 5-gallon bucket like this. I pour all my old oil in there, and then once it gets full, I just take it to AutoZone or whoever, and they'll recycle it for free for me. All right, let's talk about cost breakdown. Oil, $25 for 5 or 6 quarts, full synthetic. Oil filter, $5. Congratulations, you just got your oil change done for $30. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, I don't have tools, I don't have this, I've never done it before. Well, let's go ahead and add a drain pan for $3, oil filter pliers for $7, and I'm gonna assume you have no tools at all, so let's go ahead and put a toolkit for $22. That brings us to a grand total of $62 altogether. All right, let's go ahead and compare to the other guys. So Jiffy Lube is starting at $98 for the oil change on your Xterra. They're going to have fees, disposal fees, and whatnot. Now let's talk about Walmart. They say they're starting at $58 for full synthetic, and then premium synthetic is $64, but that's only up to 5 quarts, so it's going to be more than that, plus fees. And do we really trust Walmart to change our oil? I don't know, not me. All right, let's talk about Take 5. So online, I couldn't get a quote from them, but I called and they said it's $110 to get the oil change on the Xterra. So in conclusion, you're going to save a bunch of money and you're also learning a new skill, which is always a good thing in my opinion. And that's it, guys. The oil change is done on the Xterra. I hope this video helped you. I hope it gave you confidence to change the oil on your own vehicle. If you liked the video, please like it, comment, and subscribe to me. Check out some other stuff. I really appreciate it.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.